Uncle Chunt.
Hoi hoi, Uncle Chunt here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and ring that bell so you get notifications whenever I upload. Today, I would like to discuss the Power Rangers movie and the inevitable sequel and what I want in it. So for those of you who saw my review talk video or just talking to me online about the movie, I really liked it. It's a little departure from the Mighty Morphin series of what we know, but I mean that's fine. It's modernized for 2017. It made it more accessible and digestible for most people these days. If they're not already familiar with the show, they're never going to be. So we got what we got, and it's cool. It's great. They did a good job. So it's already making most of its money back, and it's only been not very long, like maybe a week. Numbers are good. I haven't seen the overseas numbers yet, but it's exceeding expectations at the moment domestically in America, so that's a good sign. So if it's on the road that it is, we could have our inevitable sequel. They definitely set it up for one. So what do I want to see? So just to clarify a few things, the producers, director or Haim Saban, whoever, have admitted that they have a 6-movie plan. Like a 6-story arc over 6 movies, if that makes any sense. Spoilers a little bit, spoiler alert. I'll give you time. I'll put a sign up. Spoilers. Is that enough time? Spoilers. Cool. So they've already introduced the Zeo Crystal. Holy crap, like Zeo, I really liked the Zeo series. My favorite Ranger is in Zeo. That's the Gold Ranger. Austin St. John coming back as Jason Lee Scott. That was so epic. And Pyramidas. Pyramidas is this giant pyramid, hence the name, of a Zord. It's like the Ultra Zord of the series. It's badass. I've got the actual toy in my room. It's my favorite Zord just because I love the design, and it transforms into a massive pyramid humanoid looking thing and just annihilates anything in its path. It's just so badass. I really like it. And the Gold Ranger costume is just, it's boss, man. I love it. So if we could ever get to the point, maybe movie 5, 6, maybe we might eventuate this Zeo Crystal story and get that more involved, because in the series, the Zeo Crystal is introduced and is said by Zord on that the wielders of this power get like progressively stronger over time the longer they use the power of the Zeo Crystal. So in theory, if those Rangers keep using that power, they'll just eventually become unstoppable. I mean, that's just what is in the show, and that's how it's been told to us. And you might say that sounds a bit silly or a bit overpowered. Probably, but what are you going to do? I like the Zeo series as a whole, and the costume designs. Like I like the whole Egyptian type feel and tone of the Zords and the suits, mixed in with like tech type stuff. Like there's all this tech design all over these suits and on their Zords and everything. It's really unique and very different than what they were flogging with the Megazord in Mighty Morphin and the Thunder Megazord, which is my second favorite Zord ever. Probably in line with the Megaforce Megazord. I really like that. So look, obviously I'm a bit of a fan of Power Rangers, so I just want to hypothesize on where they could go in the next movie at least. I mean, the Green with Evil saga is a no-brainer, and it's the most popular storyline in the Power Rangers saga. So it would be a no-brainer if they really want this sequel to go off and introduce more fights, which was something that was lacking in this first movie. So we've established the characters, the tone of the world, we've built that world, we know what it is, and now we can kind of, maybe skip ahead a year or something like that. Well, we couldn't even probably do that. I mean, more spoilers. The end credits scene is kind of introducing TOMI Oliver. You don't actually see him, but his green jacket's there on his chair in the detention room, and they're calling out for TOMI Oliver, to do the roll call. So you couldn't really jump forward a year, I don't think, without kind of risking missing too much time that's passed. So we might even pick up like a few months after the film, potentially, and they kind of befriend Tommy, and maybe Rita comes back somehow and convinces him to be evil, or uses some wizardry to turn him over to the dark side somehow. I mean, they're gonna have to work that out. Because the last thing we see, fuck it, spoilers, is Rita flying off into space towards the moon. So, I mean, maybe we could say that she crash lands on the moon and somehow survives and builds a fortress out of something. Maybe, I mean, she pulled gold out of the ground. I'm sure she could probably make a fortress out of the moon surface somehow. I mean, yeah, stretch your imagination a bit, and anything can become real. So, you'd have to think she's got some magical powers, or something, or her length of time being a ranger has imbued her with some kind of power. We don't know what happened to the power coin that she had, the green power coin, nor her staff. All we see her is getting bitch slapped back into space, and that's it. We don't see them pick up or recover the coin or the staff at all, which I was like, what? So, what? At least they could have just done a cutaway shot of Jason hopping out of the Megazord and picking up the coin. Couple of seconds, could have done it. So if we were to say the Green with Evil saga is the most obvious choice for the next thing, I don't agree with this whole let's make it a girl thing, calling it Tommy as in T-O-M-I instead of T-O-M-M-Y, like making it a female Tommy. I don't agree with that. I mean, there's no point. If you're just trying to pander more to the PC crowd and making it a girl, no. I mean, yeah, it could be cool, it could be awesome, but what about all the fans that love Tomi Oliver? I mean, he's the most beloved ranger of the series, and you're going to do that? That's like changing the sex of Superman to Superwoman and making that the mainstay. I mean, that just doesn't work for fans. All the bullshit aside, no. I will disagree with that. I like what they did with the rangers that they have already. That's cool and fine, but Tommy is like the holy grail of the series, and they should represent that, and they should respect that. I mean, the guy that they cast as Tomi Oliver, holy crap, is he going to have a very interesting time living up to this and winning over the fans. And you'd have to wonder if he's going to be all that and all that kind of shit, pulling a Jason David Frank on us. So I'm really keen. Like, I hope they kind of modify the Megazord in the next one. I didn't really quite like the Megazord. It wasn't bulky enough. It didn't seem as imposing as I would have liked. If they do the Green Ranger arc, I mean, we're going to see a Dragon Zord. Holy mackerel. I didn't quite like the Megazord design, but I'll take it for what it is, if they can modify it. But as far as a Dragon Zord, I really hope they don't muck around with that too much. I really hope so, because that Dragon Zord is iconic, man. It's awesome. Just try to stick as close to it as you can. It's just so cool, like with the chest and the lights and all the bloop, 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 and the finger rockets and that kind of shit. So we all know how the Green with Evil saga ends, which is cool and fine. We know how the movie's going to go. They're going to fight, they're going to become friends again, and the spell's broken. So, whether they're going to go into the whole Tommy loses his powers and all that kind of stuff during the movie to sacrifice himself, who knows? I mean, Goldar's not there anymore, so they can't really do that whole battle with Goldar and Tommy in that dimension as he's losing his powers. I mean, that could lead into the third movie where he becomes the White Ranger. That'd be awesome. I'm throwing out too many plot points and too many ideas at the moment, but my brain's going a mile a minute. I just really want to talk about this. So we know they've already made changes to the lore of Power Rangers as a whole, so it's not going to be too much of a surprise if they decide to change something with this Green with Evil arc. I just can't wait. I can picture it in my head now, like actual hand-to-hand fight scenes. It's one of the things that I missed from the first movie, was actual, maybe like at least one action set piece where there was like real hand-to-hand combat with putties or with Rita or something, like in Ranger form. That would have been so cool. So hopefully in the next one we'll have like a real cool choreographed fight scene with the five of them against Green Ranger, and he does a Hadouken like he does in the series once. Like, there's so much potential there, like where they don't have to do a lot of special effects and just have some really cool action set pieces with fights with the Green Ranger and putties or whoever else they want to throw in the mix. I know I'm ranting on a bit, but like there's so much they could do with the sequel. So much. Like, they've opened themselves up with this new world they've built, that they don't have to restrict themselves too much, but if they want to follow the legit best parts of the series, they do have to try and keep those key points and hit them along the story, just kind of give long-time fans, keep them on side. But yeah, as I said at the start of the video, I really want to see Zeo. I really want to see them do more with the Zeo Crystal next time, because we didn't even see that get recovered either at the end of the film. They protected the Zeo Crystal, but you know, just the movie just kind of ended. Like, they didn't recover the coin, the staff, or the crystal. At least you didn't see it happen. It's just like, you just kind of figure that's what happened. That's what they're fighting for. So it'd be nice to get some resolution on that, and maybe in the opening of the movie we kind of see, you know, what's transpired since and how they recovered it and where it is. Maybe the Zeo Crystal's been recovered into the command center, hopefully. So there's a lot of threads that are kind of loosely open at the moment, which is, I guess, understandable with an origin film, and it's going to leave fans and skeptics like myself to talk about it later. Give us plenty to talk about in the meantime, in the hopes that we do get a sequel greenlit. So until then, I guess we'll just have to spend most of our time speculating on what we want to see and what we hope we're going to get, and just keep supporting the film. Play the game that's come out. I'm going to do some gameplay of that coming on the channel soon, from the mobile phone app, whatever it's called, Power Rangers Unite, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it's called. That fighting one. It's registered to my phone. I just haven't even played it yet, so I've got some options to record footage from that from my phone, so I'll do something. So there's a lot you can do to support the franchise, to ensure, or at least try and push the chance that you'll get a sequel. I'll be doing what I can, because this is cool to have Justice League and the DCEU happening, and now Power Rangers. This is all my bag, man. I'm super hyped. This is all me. I have things to look forward to on the movie spectrum instead of getting flogged by Marvel all the time. So, you know, I mean, I go see those movies anyway, but you know what I mean. Something as me. So I'll end this video here. Tell me what you want to see in the next sequel, or the next 5 movies that they have planned. What saga would you like to be covered, or any particular plot points or story you'd like to see explored in the next films? Do you agree that Zeo is not that bad and probably an underrated series? Do you think we're actually going to get Pyramidas in this movie universe at all? I mean, it's pretty out there. The pyramid comes from outer space, and the Gold Ranger is originally 3 twins that split, and then the power is handed over to Jason, and he can't hack it, or at least his body starts rejecting the power, or he's going to die, so he has to give it back. I mean, it's all pretty out there, but I like it. It's one of my favorite things, and Jason, I like the character, and Austin St. John, he's a total dude, so I'll support that. I actually had a Gold Ranger helmet. I'll have to get another one because I had to sell it. But I'll get another one day. So yeah, I'll wrap this one up. I just wanted to make a quick kind of brainstorming, chatty, kind of ranting type video, and just start a conversation about this new era of Power Ranger films that we could potentially have. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, like and share the video, and we'll get this discussion going. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Toodaloos.